Adolf Benca, Gulag Bratislava analysis of Karol GECI, org criminal crime, or Gulag Bratislava. Duality of thinking. The first part of the duality of thinking is the incrimination and destruction of Adolf Benca physically in the 20 years. The second part is the expropriation of essence, a promised belief to distract from the physical presence of injury by thinking that it's economic expropriation. The secondary part, promising money, asking prepositional analysis in emails, and then getting only what has been discussed and programmed by GECI in the email as a justification for GECI at promise of minimum €2,500, which never comes for 20 years. But it's a game that Adolf Benca plays because he knows that duality thinking professionally has been injured. First of all, separated personal and professional objective as a Fulbright, Columbia, Bologna, College of Physicians and Surgeons, Dr. Ernest April, and the American Ambassadoria Ricci, and Chelba President 30 years, like Rabbi Dr. Kliman in Prague, Thomas Masaryk, HC, Miro Gallery, etc., the CERN accelerators in Mandalas, African red, Congo red and black. We're not in the age of history, we're still in the presence of modern scientific age. Adolf Benca acknowledges the genius of universal man. The prepositional dioptria played by GECI is this, in duality of thinking, that he can get away with this. That's why he does it. That's why the second part is an explication of this problem. How did he steal 270,000 paintings by Adolf Benca, Iraq 2003 to 2016, and exhibit them in these galleries? He wants to lure Adolf Benca to Bratislava after all these injuries, 2,700 injuries, which is impossible. He wants to pretend Adolf Benca is not married. He wants to pretend with Abelovsky that micro-DNA, macro-DNA is in Adolf Benca's justification. It's in their justification. That's why the constitutional law addresses objectively, optologically, and professionally, and autodidact dualistic thinking in all categories imperative by Adolf Benca, because he's explicated by choosing it out of his order, out of his professional degree, painter, like Leonardo da Vinci, out of his context, arbitrary jobs to survive and to take care of his illness and ill wife, cancer, and etc., and the appropriate jobs to create the undisturbed sensibility of a virtuous man, good man, wanting to see as good work being quite difficult to achieve in the 21st century still. This is the dualistic of thinking that was a prepositional dioptria of Karol GECI, that he can get away with the history of reality. I was attacked 7,600 times by between 25 and 9 men, all in masks, wrapped me on the boats with carpets and then beat me to death. I came back in a wheelchair. I escaped, broke out of the window, broke the window to escape. Then I went to the police and I went to the airport. I'm getting a pass from the American embassy right now to go back and go to the judges, which I'm in contact, and the police, to redistribute this case. Because for me, there's really billions of dollars in my own credit that I painted the paintings and they're mine. My injuries are mine too. Why is it kept secret? Why is all this, if it's so well effectively done in dualistic thinking of Karol GECI? Why does Ivan Humerník and Jan Černohorský, even after 10 years in jail, keep these mafias under secrecy? Why is Vladimir Putin supporting Pavlovian and Marxist duality of thinking has a flaw? It's the sensibility of autodidactic dialogue. The autodidacticism is not in optological distribution as reality. Sometimes it is on absolutely one is autodidactic, but the autodidactic here is the rational intellectual here. That's why they all classify in some ways, and KAROL GECI in particular, since he uses the sadistic category and sadistic and sadist murderers to get away with is a paranoid schizophrenic, because he kills people. Again, the duality of thinking and the situation is that the sensibilities and the manifestations of the flora of the peacock is not a newscaster, NBC, CBS, ABC, but it's again painter Leonardo da Vinci. And it's come to America through Brito-American, German, Prussian, Russian history from 593 BC, 700 BC, the Royal Era. The connection to classical contemporaneity is the objectification, and that the shells of Stasis is that time allows parallel perspectives in this analysis. It will go on forever till death in me because I've been hurt. And it's a fact, so this sensibility will express the ramification of not Stockholm Syndrome, but the Gulag, Bratislava, Siberia, and Guantanamo Syndrome of corrupt officials. Officium Columbium Constitutional Law, Adolf Benza. Fulbright, Honoris Cursus, Codex Diplomatici, Bologna, Dr. Ernest Apel, Columbia.